Hi friends, welcome to Harmony Hills Home and Garden. I'm Jenny and we're gardening here today in Baltimore, Maryland, Zone 7. Our project today is to take out a mini mauvet hydrangea from this area where it's been languishing for the last few months. Put that somewhere else in the garden and put in this euonymus. So come with me and let's get this job done. This area by our fence is a difficult area for gardening. One, it is in mostly shade, although in the summer it gets some intense afternoon sun here for about an hour or two. So you can't call it full sun, but plants that thrive in the shade get burned in the afternoon in the summer. Another tough thing about this is that we do get deer walking through our yard, and they have been known to come up here and eat the plants in this bed. Also, we have a black walnut tree right overhead, and I'm hoping I don't get dive bombed with a walnut right now. So whatever we plant here has to be able to withstand black walnut as well. So it's a challenging location. It doesn't get the right amount of sun for what I want to put here. I had a rose here, and then I'm trying this mini mauvet hydrangea. Neither of those really worked here. So I'm going to move the mini mauvet to inside the fence so that the deer will stay off of it, and try to find another location for it. And instead, I'm going to put in this Green Spire Euonymous. Now, euonymus can be kind of a bad word in the gardening community because it's been so overused in landscaping. They're not native to North America, and at least I don't think so. I'm not sure. Anyway, a lot of gardeners just find euonymus to be boring and kind of weedy and kind of just hulking bad thugs in the garden. However, I picked this one because it will grow to be 6 to 8 feet tall, although I will keep it capped around 5 feet, and only 1 to 2 feet wide. So if you can imagine, it'll be about this wide, not much wider, and then I'll probably max it out about right here. And so that'll be a really nice evergreen statement right here between these two gates. So that is what's going to be happening today. A little bit more about the euonymus. It's called Green Spire. It's hardy in zones 6 through 9. So not for our northern gardeners, sorry. It was to stay wet. Not wet, but you're supposed to water it when the top 3 inches of soil is dry. It wants part to full sun, and it quickly reaches 6 to 8 feet tall, 1 to 2 feet wide. So this one was grown by Monrovia, but I don't think that it's a trademarked or patented plant. I think you can find this from other growers as well. So the job today is to kind of get this hydrangea out of here, put the euonymus in there, and maybe clean up this bed a little bit. So let's get to it. Okay, the plants we have in here so far, we have this poor little mini mauvet hydrangea, which is really struggling. We have a lot of violets that I like in the spring, so I let them grow. We have just a plain old Lancifolia hosta that the deer have eaten back so many times that it never really grows big leaves because it's always trying to restart. We have, this is Echinacea purpurea. I think we're going to move this out. I'll probably leave the lamb's ear here. I'll leave the violets. We'll take out the hydrangea, move it to another location. And then on either side in the back, up against the fence, we have some Dutch iris corms. I can't find them right now. We'll leave them there. And I think there's some violets back over there as well. So let's get this hydrangea out of the ground and get these other plants out of the ground, and then see what we have for putting in the euonymus. You can see how sad this poor little hydrangea is. This is all the roots that it has. I'm actually going to put this into a pot. I'm not going to try to plant it in the ground, or maybe I will, I don't know. But it's essentially a bare root hydrangea at this point. But I do see it struggling with new growth here. So it definitely is alive, it just needs some TLC. point, I'll probably transplant this out in the back behind the fence. It's an easy place to stick it, I think. It's got pretty good roots in there. Alright, so let's all recite how we plant plants together. We dig the hole twice as wide as the pot, same depth as the pot. Then we put in our biotone starter fertilizer. Then we put the plant in. I usually leave my plant about an inch above the natural soil line so that the crown doesn't rot out in our clay soil. And then we backfill the hole and then we water it in really deeply. Sometimes I water the hole, depends on what it looks like once I get down in here. Getting knocked about by my goldfinch feeder here. This is my echinacea bloom stalks just stuck down into my summer planter. Looks a little bit messy, but the birds are really enjoying it, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it there. Okay, that is centered between the two gates. Alright, that's where it's going to go. I do need to go a little bit deeper though because my soil level on the pot's about right here. And that's too far above the natural soil level. So I'm going to go deeper. Pretty lucky over here because this soil, I mean it used to be all just solid clay, but we've been gardening in this general area for quite a number of years now and we've been able to improve the soil quite a bit. Okay, that's going to be a nice level. Fertilizer. I always use biotone starter fertilizer when I'm planting because it has mycorrhizal fungi and beneficial bacteria and other little elements in there that really help get the soil cooking for the roots to develop nicely. My root ball is about an inch above the soil level. In the spring we'll be adding mulch. Okay, now I'm going to make a little collar around the plant so that when I water, the water doesn't run off. We're generally on a slope downhill here, and if I don't, then the water will run down the hill away from the root ball, and I don't want that. So make a little collar of soil here to capture the water. And then in the spring when I mulch, I'll probably spread that out and let it be natural. Here's a job for a kid. Hey, when you come to Grandma's house, you can pick up walnuts. Give you a penny a piece. Well folks, it's a new day, but I forgot to film an ending anyway, so I hope you have a wonderful day in your gardens. Thank you for joining me here on the planting of this Green Spire Euonymous, and I will see you in another video real soon. Bye!